Alrighty, so this one video is probably going to be called something like the Orion System vs the Voice. Difference: the Voice is a system that translates pictures into sounds, which you can do with as you wish. You can find your way around. You can find doors, windows. Oh man, bookshelves. What else have I found? My electric fan. Right now I'm talking about the iPhone version, which doesn't have all those, self-talking features like AI and stuff like that. So that's kind of the cool thing for me. And I forgot one more thing. You don't need surgery to use the Voice. And I know this is like I'm speaking down to the Orion team. I'm not. I only have one question. One. But I'm going to come back to this. So when I first discovered the Voice, I was really, 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 really frustrated with a hell of a lot of things. I couldn't write. I couldn't walk around independently because, I live in the country, so there's lots of cornfields around me, lots of farms, and you just really can't use your cane, really. I mean, try imagine walking around your cane in a cornfield. Or just, on the dirt roads inside the cornfield. That's kind of hard. So, I had another project going on at the same time. I wanted to find a way so I could take a car like Mope, put it on a track, and drive it around on a track and detect obstacles in front of the Mope. Okay, there's nothing new in this because this is all, closed off area. Then I came in contact with Peter Mayer saying, hey, you know what? I have a system who could do some of the stuff that you need. I was like, cool, what does it do? It translated picture into sound. I was like, no way. No way. Not going there. I mean, Einstein has an IQ 160. I'm not even going to talk about mine, but it's above that, obviously. So, I think it's about 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after. So I go like, I'm kind of trying to think about what I did. I think I ran it on my iPhone once, and man, that didn't make sense at all. It just didn't. No, nothing did make sense. It was just a lot of sounds. It can be described really. So I was like, okay, the program works. This guy has to be serious. So I got in contact with Peter again and said, you got to give me some examples about this. Because otherwise, how can I use it? And it really took off from there. And man, I swear to God, this has been... I have never personally cried so many tears from tiredness in my whole life. I mean, holy mother of God. I mean, if you need salt water that has been filtered through pillows and pillowcases, stuff like that, I mean, I have it in buckets. Of course, that is not true, but where there's a will, there's a way. My point is, this system works for some things. Definitely not for, for other stuff. It could be better. It could also be, worse. And so this is gonna be the interesting thing to me because, when I first heard about the Orion system, I was like, hey, this is cool. They can operate this computer inside of people's head and they can see. No, they can't. I mean, yeah, they can see spots of lights that will represent objects, like the Voice does. If I take my iPhone, which is a crappy iPhone 7, it's been lost on the floor multiple times, also in the toilet a couple of times due to accidents in the bathroom. Camera still works amazingly enough. Should tell us lots about Apple's hardware. I think it's safe to say this. I can do the same thing with the voice that a person can do with the Orion system, with one major difference. The Orion system has probably gone through a heck of a lot of trials. I mean, it's a medical device that you want to operate into the human brain. Okay, stop and think a little bit about that. Open up the head computer inside of the human's brain. Okay, I can definitely see a few stoppers on that one, unless the guys who made this one computer was really, really confident in what it was doing. Personally, at this time around, the two reasons holding me back: one, the money; two, there's no more space in my head. My brain is too big. Honest. Okay, disregard the last one, but honest. Pixelization. I mean, we have 11,000 spots on the voice, on the program. Human size is about, I think it's about 5 megapixels. The camera in the iPhone is 12 megapixels. My Huawei P30 Pro is, what is it? Is it 40 megapixels? I don't recall. Let's say it's 20 megapixels, just to be on the realistic side. I don't want to be sitting lying. So, I have a question for the Orion team. I saw this guy, looking at waves. And I mean, I'm living in Denmark, Jutland. We have lots of water around these places. I never thought about looking at waves. I thought about looking at something else though. Cornfields, horses, trees swaying in the wind. Yeah, I know what they look like. But what is even more important to me when I'm out walking, I can see the difference between the road, the edge of the road, the start of the gravel, and the start of the grass with a little bit of corn in that grass, because the tractor, putting the corn down to the ground, spill some which flew with the wind, blah blah blah. I have one question. Do you have the same kind of detail on your Orion system? Because I can't imagine, honest. Well, what does the patient gain by this? I mean, other from being a test person and get some independence back. And if this is what we're talking about, getting independence back, hey, this is cool. That's cool by me. But the way stuff been going lately, people have been like, it sure has a lot of pixels. No, it doesn't. It does not. 60 light spots. That's not a lot of pixels. 11,000 pixels. That is one heck of a lot of spots. If all those pixels are being translated from the picture into the sound, and honest, I don't think they are. Because it goes down like this: the faster frequency I use when I scan stuff, I always have set to fast. The more data is gonna be, it has to be going lost somewhere. Yet, I mean, with my iPhone, when it's dark, it's pitch black dark. There's nothing about it. It's just dark, like if you're in space or somewhere else. However, with my Huawei phone, especially the P30 Pro, if I use the Android version, which has all the AI gizmos that I turn off because it is more distracting and helpful. Plus, I want I kind of want my own hand to do the heavy lifting, not some stupid computer, basically. Sorry, but that's the way I see it. I need microbes of light. It's it's not exactly true, but I need minimum amounts of lights to see where I am. And if you guys can do this with the Orion system, cool. If you could give your patient, night vision, even more cool. But right now, with the current model, by all means, tell me if I'm missing something. Because right now, I think the safer option for me would be to take my iPhone 7, mount it to my head in, admittedly, some really, really ugly Google Bot glasses, which really make me look absolutely stupid, but no one says anything because they can see it works. Or if I should get your system operated into my head. What would give me the most accurate detail? I'm totally eager to hear this. Totally. I hope we can start a debate about this because I'm not for or against. Hey, I'm down with the voice because I tried this one and I tested the living S out of this thing. Find Peter Mayer out on Twitter. He's called Seeing with Sound. Ask him if he have had discussion with Sandy. I promise he's gonna say, oh yes. Then he's gonna say some other words too, but we don't have to go into details about those because they're probably not so nice. I've been riding with the system. I have been using my flight simulator with the system. Fastest update I have is one picture half a second. So it's like every half second, new picture, every half second, new picture, every half second, new picture. It could be faster if you ask me. Peter doesn't think so. If I was you, I would go back and listen to those words a couple of more times because, they are worth listening to. But I think, there has to be some advantages to your system. Just, aside from the stuff being operated into the person's head looking more normal, socialized, with some sunglasses on, with a camera. There has to be more to it than that. Let's get a discussion going about this. I think this is really, really interesting. I'm gonna put this video on YouTube, see what comes out of it. Peace.